Alright, man, look. We got us a Patrick CC video. This is the man who exploited Britney Spears and got away with it. Let's check this out.
The year is 2002, and Justin Timberlake is trying to break away from his iconic pop group NSYNC and prove himself as a solo star. Lucky for him, he has a superstar girlfriend, Britney Spears. But their fairy tale perfect relationship wasn't interesting enough to sell a record. He needed some angst, some hardship, something to justify why a boy as perfect as him could struggle like the millions of fans he is selling his music to. After being unfaithful to the girl who loved him dearly for years, she finally had enough and slipped up. He used that mistake as ammunition against her, and executed a master plan to manipulate a story for him to roll out his first major hit, Cry Me a River, from his debut album, Justified. And his plan worked. Justin sold millions of records solo, and for 2 decades the world thought he was the innocent victim of Britney's evil ways. But now Britney has finally told her side of the story, and it is somehow even darker than we could have imagined. Justin and Britney's history go—
Cry Me a River is amazing. It's a great fucking song. What did I miss? Oh my god. I actually like Justin Timberlake. This is gonna... Oh shit. Okay, well, let's see.
Goes all the way back to 1992, where the 11-year-olds met on the set of Disney's The All-New Mickey Mouse Club.
Damn. 11 and 92? So they was damn 15 when I was born. God damn, I thought I was old.
In her 2023 memoir, The Woman in Me, Britney recalls, "Once at a sleepover, we played Truth or Dare, and someone dared Justin to kiss me." Justin also recalled in a 2006 interview that he was in love with her from the start. "I was infatuated with her from the moment I saw her." The two young lovers maintained distant friends as their careers went separate ways. In 1998, Justin and his boy band NSYNC were exploding in popularity after the release of their debut self-titled album, which sold 4.4 million copies.
Damn.
Spears' name was already circulating around the industry as a promising singer, so NSYNC's manager Lou Pearlman decided to invite her to open for the boy band in their 1998 NSYNC in Concert Second to None tour. They hit most major cities in North America, selling out 3,000 to 5,000 capacity venues with Britney as the opener. During this tour, she officially released her debut single, Baby One More Time, which went on to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Damn,
that
okay.
same week, her debut album, Baby One More Time, hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 200, making her the first
Justin
female—
was in NSYNC? Yes, man. Come on, bro. You gotta keep up, man. You gotta keep up. A lot of these solo artists that y'all like so much, most of them, 95% of them were in a boy band before they split off and went solo.
artist in history to have a #1 song and #1 album at the same time, with
shit.
two of the biggest and freshest pop sensations on one tour together, who just so happened to have been friends since they were 11 years old. Naturally, rumors of them dating began circulating.
I've heard like a rumor that you and Justin from NSYNC have gone out. I was just wondering if it was true.
No, it's not true.
Not true?
No, it's not true.
Not true.
Not
No,
true.
I guess because we were on the Mickey Mouse Club together with JC, but I mean, people are gonna start rumors, try, but no, it's not true.
Okay.
Who's dating Britney Spears?
It's rumored,
Is
Justin.
it rumored? It's
I have
rumored.
to
Is it
say I'm dating Tyra Banks.
Last night on TV, I saw you and Justin from NSYNC making out.
What?
Have you two been going out this whole time? Love, Carrie.
Making out is crazy.
For real?
Bro, look at how the internet used to look look at this email. This is an email from back in the day. Gross.
I don't.
But they both were lying. Those rumors were true, and Britney and Justin kept their relationship secret for as long as possible. It wasn't actually until January of 2001, over 2 years later, where they officially confirmed that they had been in a relationship this whole time. Now it
Damn.
was 2001, and these two were a certified Hollywood power couple. They both were at the peaks of their careers. Britney just released Oops, I Did It Again,
Oops,
and had already generated 30 million album sales in 2
Damn.
years. Justin and NSYNC released It's Gonna Be Me,
It's
and
gonna be me. Damn, they got some bye. Damn, they was cooking. Hold on, they really had potential to be like, you know?
Bye Bye off their album No Strings Attached, which went diamond in the first year. The couple performed at the Super Bowl 35 halftime show together. Britney did her iconic I'm a Slave for You performance at the 2001 VMAs, where she claimed that Justin helped her calm her down before she hit the stage. I mean, I was in a cage with a live tiger. Justin saw I could hardly talk, so he
NSYNC made Bye Bye. Oh my god. You guys stress me so bad. You guys stress me so bad. What do you mean NSYNC made by like? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He held my hand and gave me a 5-minute pep talk, which obviously worked. The media absolutely adored both of them, highlighting their pet names for each other at a charity basketball game, Pinky and Stinky, and note their numbers being 1.5 and 0.5 to make 2 together. She told The Guardian in 2001 that Justin was living at her house in Los Angeles during his downtime between tours. She also expressed her deep, deep love for him, saying, "I'm not ashamed at all to say that I love him from the bottom of my heart. As far as love is concerned, with him, too much is not enough. He's everything. But it is a deeper love now than when I was younger. Like, we've gone through so much together and we've known each other since we were 12 years old. We know each other inside and out." While she was filming her 2002 movie Crossroads, the director said that Justin was regularly on set supporting her. The director also had Britney absent-mindedly doodle in a notebook in character as Lucy to show the character's creative aspirations. The director said, "I have the book. All she was writing was Britney and Justin, all these little curly cues. It was like looking at a teenage girls musing hearts and butterflies in Justin's name." Britney and Justin in 2001 were an absolute powerhouse, sharing a bond that was seemingly unbreakable, and fans still to this day look back at old footage and see how deeply in love Britney was with Justin.
I think everybody who listens to it will be totally surprised. I think it's the best her voice.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Look at how she was looking at him, bro. She was infatuated. She loved that man, bro. Damn, I really hope he didn't do her like too bad, but based off the video,
has ever sounded.
look.
And it's such a step in a good direction for her. And I think it, obviously you can tell from the first single, it shows a lot of growth and it shows where she's going with her music. I love it.
Well, thanks.
There is nothing stronger than a first love, and Britney, who was just 20 years old, was extremely vulnerable and greatly attached to her childhood lover, which is why the world was shocked to hear in March of 2002 she announced their breakup.
Damn.
Just quite simple. Are you single at the moment or not? Or you really don't want to talk about anything at all? You can just say, "I don't want to say."
I'm single right now.
The tabloids and media ran wild throughout the entirety of 2002, speculating as to why the perfect couple separated. Justin remained quiet and instead released his very first solo single, Like I Love You, in the beginning of September 2002. This was a shock to the pop world. What about NSYNC? They just had a smash hit Girlfriend that rocked the radio all summer long. Typically, when a member of a band or group releases a solo song or project, speculation of a breakup is bound to happen. Speaking of breakup, in the exact same week Justin released his new song, tabloids began spreading the narrative that Britney betrayed Justin, and their friends alleged that cheating is what drove them apart. As if the narrative couldn't favor Justin even more, he was labeled sexy and single by the media.
Wow.
Like I Love You debuted at number 67 on the Billboard Hot 100, which was a lackluster performance for the lead singer of the biggest pop group in the world. Conveniently, a couple weeks after his first song, new exclusive never-before-seen pictures of Britney and Justin were leaked to the tabloids. I wonder who had those never-before-seen pictures. With the boost in media attention, his song
Wow.
started to climb the Billboard charts, eventually peaking at number 11 in October. Once the song started losing steam and falling down the charts, he finally decided to publicly speak about the breakup with Britney in an interview with Barbara Walters.
I remember when we decided that we were going to go our separate ways. We sat down and I said to her, if there's ever a moment where you ever need me, you can rest assured that I will be there because I love you as a person and I will always love you. But I'd also said, look, no matter what we say at this point, people are going to speculate things and I could really get myself in a horrible position if I was to say something and somebody misinterpreted, because that happens all the time. And I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
Additionally, he, a grown man, did the interview alongside his mom, which made the people feel like he was a sweet, innocent mama's boy who got his heart broken.
I cried with him and said, it'll be okay. Tomorrow I'll come.
It'll be okay. Okay, here's my thing. Okay, that kind of does paint a narrative if you think about it. Because if you telling people, yeah, I cried on my mom's shoulder and this and that, but like it was a mutual understanding to break up, it kind of makes you look like, okay, he was PRing the fuck out of that shit, bro. That's kind of, that's fucked.
I just want him to be happy. He was heartbroken.
Put your head on Mommy's shoulder.
It was tough for us. It was tough for both of us because I can't stand to see him hurt.
Many of the songs on Justified were about heartbreak, betrayal, and relationships in general, but Justin said that the songs were not about Britney.
Yet when we sat down at the piano and asked him to play something from Justified, he chose instead to play a song that nobody has ever heard before. Interesting lyrics.
Thought our love was so strong. I guess I was dead wrong. But to look at it positively, hey girl, at least you gave me another song about a horrible woman.
Note that last line he said, "At least you gave me another song about a horrible woman." This seems so blatantly obvious it was about Britney. It also basically stamped the fact that his next song, Cry Me a River, was about this horrible woman. Justin allegedly called Britney to let her know that a woman would be acting in the music video as her doppelganger, but she was still shocked to realize that the music video basically recreates and dramatizes their breakup. The lyrics read, "You don't have to say what you did. I already know I found out from him. Now there's just no chance with you and me. Girl, I refuse. You must have me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. Cry me a river." You know that they say some things are better left
That's a good fucking song too, man.
unsaid, and it wasn't like you only talk to him and you know it. Don't act like you don't know it. And all of these things people told me keep messing with my head. Should have picked honesty. Then you may not have blown it. After this song and music video was released, the media was in a frenzy, establishing a war between Britney and Justin. He continued doing press. Nearly every interview asked him about Britney.
Is it frustrating to try to promote an album when all anyone seems to want to talk about is Britney?
So anyway, Britney. Can I just mention Britney for a minute?
Sure. Now, of course, you did go out with one of your former Mouseketeers, Britney Spears.
That Cry Me a River, that's a beautiful, beautiful video. And who's that about?
Cry Me a River peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and successfully proved that Justin could stand on his own and did not need NSYNC. Timbaland, who produced this track and would go on to produce many of Justin's hits, recalled this moment as proof that Justin could be a solo star.
I think the aha moment for me is when I was in the studio and I was beatboxing. And so he walked in the room, you know, he had this face, then he just it hit him right there. And he started humming. I was like, oh, this is it. He the one.
His debut album sold 439,000 copies first week, which landed him the number 2 spot on the Hot 200, and the album would go on to be 3 times platinum. His plan worked. But Britney gave Justin much more grace. She did not entertain the tabloids. She hardly gave interviews, nor did she try to rewrite the narrative in her favor. However, many believe that her stunt at the 2003 VMAs, where she kissed Madonna on stage, was a way to get back at Justin. At least that's what the media wanted to push as they zoomed in on his face. He says he wasn't impressed.
That kiss thing,
wait.
Zoomed in on his face. He said back at Justin. At least that's what the media.
Who was that? Who's this third person? No, that's Madonna. Who is this on the right? Oh, okay, Christina Aguilera. Okay.
Media wanted to push as they zoomed in on his face. He says he wasn't impressed.
That kiss thing, I was disgusted as you were.
Ellen, shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I can't stand her, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. I hate that bitch, bro.
You know what? I don't think I was disgusted.
No.
I think I was just not impressed. I mean, I expected a lot more. It's the VMAs, you know?
Britney finally decided to speak about the breakup over a year and a half after the fact, and the interviewer, Diane Sawyer, seemed to be interrogating her.
Okay, of course.
He's gone on television and pretty much said you broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do?
I was upset. I was upset for a while. I think we're both really young, and it was kind of waiting to happen. And I will always love him. He'll always have a special place in my heart. He is such a great person.
But you said, I've only slept with one person in my whole life, 2 years into my relationship with Justin. And yet he's left the impression that you weren't faithful, that you betrayed the relationship.
I think everyone has a side of their story to make them feel a certain way, make them feel, and
okay, she was
I'm not
PR that bit.
saying he's wrong, but I'm not technically saying he's right either.
Meanwhile, Justin was doing interviews bragging about sleeping with her.
The Star Buckwell Morning Show. Justin Timberlake is in the house. And I just want to ask you one question. Did you Britney Spears? Yes or no?
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Okay, I did it. No.
It was a really weird time. There was like talk about what we did together and like really sexually and stuff, and I just felt very exploitive and very weird.
Despite this, Britney chose not to bash Justin or embarrass him when speaking about the Crimea River video.
When did you see it for the first time, the video?
I saw it. I was on vacation, and someone called me and told me that it was going to come on, and I watched it, and I was just like, I was kind of in denial. Like, I went in this whole denial phase or whatever, but it's fine. That's the way I don't want to judge him or anything like that, because that's the way he had to deal with what happened, and, and that's fine, but I know that if I was in a relationship and something happened, I couldn't really go there. But it's all good. Let's talk about something else.
At the time, Justin fans thought she wasn't speaking ill of him because she was actually in the wrong, that she did in fact cheat on him and she was just accepting the narrative because it was the truth. But Britney fans always suspected something was weird with Justin. Their breakup just didn't make sense. Britney loved him. Why would she ever cheat on him? There had to be missing information. Plus, when you consider his successful breakout as a solo artist after departing from the largest boy band in the world, and the media heavily favoring him, these things just felt all too convenient. It just felt like it was all part of a plan. Especially after his second controversy 1 year later at the Super Bowl halftime show where he was the one who ripped Janet Jackson's breast covering.
He ripped it off, and they were... they called Janet Jackson so many names for this, like he wasn't the fucking one that ripped it off, bro.
Only for Janet to be banned from radio, crucified by the media, and him to just remain silent. He didn't come to her defense, and he skated by that controversy totally unscathed. Justin Timberlake was able to successfully advance his career by benefiting from the publicity of two major controversies while looking like the innocent, sweet boy. Now, 20 years later, Britney finally decided to speak about their relationship in her memoir, The Woman in Me, and there are some key details she hid for 2 decades that shine a much-needed light on the complicated reality of their relationship. There were a couple times during our relationship when I knew Justin had cheated on me, especially because I was so infatuated and so in love. I let it go, even though the tabloids seemed determined to rub my face in it. When NSYNC went to London in 2000, photographers caught him with one of the girls from All Saints in a car, but I never said anything. At the time, we'd only been together for a year. Another time, we were in Vegas, and one of my dancers who'd been hanging out with him told me he gestured toward a girl and said, "Yeah man, I hit that last night." I don't want to say who he was talking about because she's actually very popular and she's married with kids now. My friend was shocked and believed Justin was only saying it because he was high and felt like bragging. There were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he'd slept around. It was one of those things where you know, but you just don't say anything. So I did too. Not a lot. One time. With Wade Robson. We were out one night and we went to a Spanish bar. We danced and danced. I made out with him that night. I was loyal to Justin for years, only had eyes for him with that one exception, which I admitted to him. And in 2002, Justin never mentioned to the press that he cheated on Britney multiple.
Oh, so you're one of those that, hey, hold on. Woo, that get back is a motherfucker. That get back, hey, it's cool when he do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck him. Hey, man, hold on. I hate niggas like that, bro. I hate people like that, bro. And you try to spin a narrative like you wasn't out here, bro. Tell them why I did what I did. With every action comes a reaction. That shit is crazy, bro.
multiple times during the rollout of his Justified album, because that would have devalued his narrative that he was this broken, innocent boy who got taken advantage of by an evil woman. But Britney's story gets even sadder.
What?
She goes on to speak about how she became pregnant with his child. At one point when we were dating, I became pregnant with Justin's baby. It was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated. Besides, what was done, but Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. I could understand. I mean, I kind of understand. If he didn't want to become a father, I didn't feel like I had much of a choice. I wouldn't want to push him into something he didn't want. Our relationship was too important to me, and so I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed to not have the baby. Abortion was something I never could have imagined choosing for myself, but given the circumstances, that is what we did. Britney then goes on to describe in great detail the process of getting an abortion and how physically and emotionally painful the experience was. Also, looking back, fans now realize her song and video Every Time was about her suffering the loss of her child and comparing it to the magnitude of losing your own life. Justin was there for her at the time, but little did she know he was planning on breaking up with her. When Justin began making his first solo album, Justified, he started being very standoffish with me. I think that was because he decided to use me as ammunition for his record, so it made it awkward for him to be around me staring at him with all that affection and devotion. Ultimately, he'd ended our relationship by text messages while I was on set for a video shoot. She also states that Justin's family was the only loving family she had, and she spent all of her holidays with them, meaning now she was broken, alone, and suffering the wrath of the media, fueling the false narrative that she was an unfaithful cheater. I felt there was no way at the time to tell my side of the story. I couldn't explain, because I knew no one would take my side since Justin had convinced the world of his version. I don't think Justin realized the power he had in shaming me. I don't think he understands to this day. I should know that in 2021, after the Free Britney movement successfully got her out of her 13-year-long conservatorship, Justin issued a public apology to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson both individually, because I care for and respect these women and I know I failed. But trust me when I say this apology was kind of random. Nobody was really expecting it. I guess he was getting some hate from Britney fans and decided, oh, I'll just throw this vague apology trying to cover up for my sins of the past 20 years or whatever. It was just kind of random and unnecessary. He didn't go into detail as to why he was apologizing to Britney and Janet, but this apology was in 2021, and Britney released her memoir in 2023, and after she detailed the cheating and abortion, he expressed that he was not sorry.
I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
The way the media treated Britney cannot be entirely blamed on Justin. She suffered the wrath of the media well before and well after she dated Justin. You also can't blame Justin for Britney's downward spiral, which led to her extremely unjust conservatorship. But there is no doubt that he saw an opportunity to advance his career at the expense of Britney's public perception. Maybe he thought it wouldn't be that bad and the money she would make would be worth it. Maybe he just didn't care about her the same way that she did. But now, over 2 decades later, Justin is not sorry, and after his most recent DWI arrest, the media is now diving deep, speculating about his potential addiction, and the internet is spreading false information that he had Molly, poppers, coke, and an HIV medication in his system.
Whoa! What? Those claims are crazy. Those are some crazy claims, bruh. That's actually absurd, bruh. Saying he got HIV medication in his system is crazy. Nigga said, hey, that get back for Britney a month.
The narrative is starting to shift against Justin Timberlake, so it seems like the tables have turned a little.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That get back for Britney was crazy. Them niggas was not having it. It was like, oh yeah, you know that one time at band camp? Yeah, get the fuck. Jesus. All right, man. Shout out Patrick CC, bro. That was a good video. Great little, you know what I'm saying? Nice little shindig of a video type shit.